Hello and good afternoon, my dear kids. Welcome back once again to this short tutorial video for class 7 students under their math subject. Okay, and since in the last video we have finished the arithmetic portion of mathematics, so from this video we'll be dealing with the geometric portion of the mathematics. Okay, that is geometry portion of the mathematics. That is the first of all, the basics we'll be dealing with is lines and angles. Okay, so since this video and the continuation for this video we'll be dealing with all the basic terms of geometry, so therefore these two are very important videos. Okay, and what I want you to do is please, I want you to note down all the definitions given in these two videos, as well as all the figures and all. You need to draw all the figures and all, and remember, please draw your figures with your pencil. Okay, you need to draw the figure and label the figure with the pencil. Okay, only the notes part needs to be written with your pen. Okay, so beginning with the topic, that is lines and angles. So first of all, we'll be dealing with is the first topic in here is for today is point. Okay, so as you can see here, I have written of a point. A point is the fundamental object of geometry, and all other geometrical objects are made up of points. That is, see, a simple dot is known as a point. A point is the fundamental object of geometry, and all other geometrical objects are made up of points. Okay, so what does that mean is actually see, this point is like, it's simple, like it's basic of geometry. Okay, it's like simple, a base of geometry. So that is why it has been said a point is the fundamental object of geometry, and all other geometrical objects are made up of points. That is, see, now you can ask me that how all other geometrical objects can be made up of points, isn't it? So see, if I make a point here, similarly a point here, and without giving any spaces, if I make points, so can I make a straight line out here? Can I make a line from points? See, if I make 2 points together, 2 more than 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, continue. If I continue to make points without giving any space in between them, so can they be seen as a line? Of course the answer is yes, isn't it? So see, this is how the geometrical objects will be made up of points. See, simple a line, isn't it? Similarly, if you make it a circular, and without giving any space, if you make points in between them, then comes another geometrical figure, that's a circle, isn't it? Similarly, if you go with points and make a line like here, like this, and another, if you make 3 different sections, then again it's a geometrical figure, that's a triangle, isn't it? Okay, so that is why a point is as it's been said in the definition, a point is the fundamental object of geometry, and all of the geometrical objects are made up of points. Okay, so I hope you got that. I hope you guys got that. Okay, now the next one in here is a ray. Now see, in ray, it has been the definition of ray has been given as it has one end point and it can be extended to any length on the other side. It has one end point and can be extended to any length on the other side. Here we have ray AB, and is denoted by AB, and there is an arrow which is moving from A towards B. Why so is because, see, this point, the ray, below the definition, below the topic, I have drawn the figure as well. See, a dot, and it's moving towards the other side. The arrow means it can be extended to any length on the other side. Okay, so that is why it has been written, see, it can be extended to any length on the other side. So it's as simple as like a sun ray and all. Okay, like we call the sun ray, isn't it? Like, see, for example, write this at the present moment, I am here somewhere, isn't it? Somewhere in another place, and you must be somewhere in another place, and still the sun is out, isn't it? And the sun is shining outside. So the ray that is coming from the sun is actually coming from the sun, isn't it? But we both, like for example, both you and me, we both are getting the sun ray, isn't it? That means the source from where it is coming, it's same, isn't it? So that is why, see, it's a ray and it can be extended to any length on the other side, means, see, like for example, the distance between the distance between the sun and me, the present distance where I'm sitting and explaining the topic to you through this video, the place where am I sitting and the place where you are sitting there, that's different, isn't it? But still the sun, the ray from the sun, we both are getting the rays from the sun, isn't it? That means the length are different, isn't it? The length of the sun ray is different, and that is the measurement of the length of the sun ray is different, isn't it? Obviously it's different because I'm somewhere another place, you are somewhere in another place, isn't it? But still the source is same, and that is why it's been written. See, that's why it has been said it has one end point and can be extended to any length on the other side. Okay, the end point is the source actually, okay, from where the ray is coming. Okay, so simple. What you need to know from this definition is a ray, it has got one end point and it can be extended to any length on the other side. Remember, it has one end point and can be extended to any length on the other side. That is what you need to know. Okay, so simple. And see, it is denoted by symbol A, B, and where the arrow is been extending from A towards B. You cannot write it as BA like this, because see, A was our endpoint, isn't it? Here this means B is our endpoint and it's extending towards A, so that means this one will be incorrect. Okay, so as simple as that. So AB, so this AB is your correct term to denote the ray AB for this one. Okay. Okay, now the next topic we have here is a line segment. A line segment. So it's been written out here is a line segment has two endpoints. It cannot be extended to any length on the other sides, therefore its measure is fixed, and we also call it as its length. Here we have line segment AB, which is denoted by AB, and just a simple line above AB. Okay, so actually what is the line segment is, it has got two endpoints and it cannot be extended to any length on the other side. That means actually a line segment is a like for example, if I tell you to go and draw a line segment of 10 centimeter. Okay, if I tell you kids to draw a line segment of 10 centimeter, and like for example, if there are many students out there, isn't it? So among like 30 to 35 students are there in your class, isn't it? So do you think that the 30 to 35 students will get different 10 centimeters line? That means the length will the length be different or it will be same? Obviously it will be same, isn't it? A 10 centimeter line segment means no matter who draws a line segment of 10 centimeter, it will be exactly 10 centimeter, isn't it? Because you will be measuring the line segment through your scale and all, isn't it? So that is why a line segment has two endpoints. That means, and it can be extended, it cannot be extended to any length on either sides, therefore it has got fixed measure. Actually a line segment is nothing but it has got two endpoints and its measure is fixed. Okay, so that is what a line segment is actually. Okay, it has got two endpoints and its measure is fixed. Okay, okay. So the next topic we have here is a straight line. Now, for straight line, a straight line has no endpoints. Now say again. Remember, a ray, it has got one endpoint. Line segment, it has got two endpoints. And now comes a straight line, which does not have any endpoint. A straight line has no endpoints and can be extended to any point from both the sides. Okay, like as if the figure I have drawn here is, say simple, I have just given the names for 2 points, that is A and B on a line. So now you must recall that why I am telling this is it's a point. I have given a name as A because see, as I have already told at the beginning of the point, it's a line is also, a straight line is also nothing but it consists of many points, isn't it? So simple, I have pointed 2 points here and given the name as A and B. Okay, so a straight line has no endpoints and it can be extended any length on both the sides. Okay, so here we have straight line AB, which is denoted by AB, and there's a sign of arrow moving towards both the sides on top of AB. Okay, that's it, and this is our straight line. Okay, that means it does not have any fixed length. So obviously, isn't it? It can, because as soon as it says that it can be extended to any length, means it does not have any fixed point. Like for example, simple, if I tell anyone to just draw a straight line, then you may draw, I may get 10 different results or 20 different results. but still all those will be same, because I have just said you to draw a straight line, isn't it? So you can draw of any length straight line, isn't it? Because I haven't given any fixed measurement for that. So that is why a straight line has no endpoints and it can be extended to any length on both the sides. That means it does not have any fixed measure. Okay. Then after that comes collinear points. Now see, for collinear points, 3 or more points which lie on the same line are called collinear points. Now you may say me that, sir, if a line consists of all the points, then obviously they may be collinear, isn't it? But what we can do here is, see, like for example, for collinear points, I have just on a straight line I have marked 3 different points and marked A, B and C, and I have written collinear points. But see, what I can do is I can mark a point outside the line as well, isn't it? I can mark a point outside the point, because on a plane surface also we can make a point, as I've already told in the point part, that a simple dot will be known as your point, and it's the fundamental of geometry and all, isn't it? So here what I've done here, I've just drawn a dot, marked a point B that is outside the line, isn't it? Now here what do we see is all the 3 points, that is A, B and C point, they are not on the same line, isn't it? So at this time these points are known as non-collinear points. Okay, and as simple as that. And see, the line is called the line of collinearity. Which line? The line which contains all the 3 points. Okay. So the next one we have here is concurrent lines. Now see, concurrent lines, 3 or more lines in a plane are concurrent if all of them pass through the same point. The point is called the point of concurrency. The common point is called the point of concurrency. Like for example, simple example, if 3 lines passes through a same point, when 3 lines passes through a same point, that is C. What do you see here? We see a straight line AB, another straight line CD also, another straight line EF also, isn't it? Now I'm calling this, all the straight lines, see, the arrows. Okay, now see, what you need to know in the geometry section is that you need to understand the figure as well. Okay, how the figure is given, because in the geometry section what happens is the figure will tell you, that is the most of the times the figure will tell you how to approach for sum. Okay, or they will tell you that what kind of lines, or what kind of either they will be ray or straight line or line segment and all. Now the figure will start to tell you, if you focus, if you learn the basics well first. Okay, so that is what we have here. See, we got 3 straight lines, AB, CD and EF. Now as for concurrent lines, what did I just said? When 3 or more lines pass through a same common point, so see, all of them, they have passed through point O. Now that common point is called point of concurrency. See, and the 3 lines, they are known as concurrent lines. As simple as that. Okay. Now see, now the most important one is this one. Okay. This is the most important one. Now see, what I want you to do is, I want you to please focus for this one. This is the most important of all. Okay, so now ray, angle. Yes, how angles are formed. Now see, what we have learned so far is, we have learned about point. So please recall, we have learned about point, we have learned about line segment, we have learned about ray, straight line, and collinear points and all, isn't it? Collinear points, concurrent lines and all. But see, among all those, this one is very important, angle. Okay, how angle is formed. Now see, what is the definition is given as 2 rays with a common end point forms an angle. Now see, what we have learned on the definition for ray, that is, a ray has a one end point, isn't it? A ray has one end point and it can be extended to any length on the other side. Now see, here what does the first line of the angle says is 2 rays with a common end point. Now obviously, when we take 2 rays, basically what we think is, when we take 2 rays, obviously we will get 2 different endpoints, isn't it? But what happens here is, see, 2 rays with a common endpoint forms an angle. That is, when 2 rays, now listen very carefully this one, when two rays, they share a common endpoint. Like for example, what we have here, ray, see, we got ray OA and ray OB in the figure. See, we got ray OA and OB. Obviously for OA, the endpoint is O. That's what we know, isn't it? And for OB as well, the endpoint is O. But what these two rays, they have done is, they have shared a common endpoint. Now see, as soon as they share a common endpoint, for two rays, remember, for two rays, when they share a common endpoint, then they form an angle. So that is how an angle is formed. See, that is why I have marked here angle. I marked an angle here and represented it with theta. Now this sign symbol is known as theta. Okay. So see, now the next part is, the common endpoint is also known as vertex. This common endpoint, that is this point O, will be known as your vertex. Now you might understood that why I called it as a point and I named it as O. Okay, because we know that all the figures are made up of points, isn't it? So this common endpoint is known as your vertex. It's also known as vertex, and this is where the angle is formed. Okay, and it is represented here with theta. And the rays can be known as the arms of the angles. Now see, these rays, once the angle is formed, then these rays can be called as the arms of the angle. Okay, so here what we can see here is the arms of the angles are OA and OB, because we know that OA and OB are rays also, isn't it? Two rays, but they have shared a common endpoint. Remember, two rays, they have shared a common endpoint. Okay, so that is what I have written here. See, here we have rays OA and OB. Rays OA and OB. The common endpoint here is O, where the angle is formed. So therefore O is the vertex of the angle formed and is denoted by theta. So see, this symbol is known as theta. This is how we denote angles. Okay, and is measured in degrees. And remember, the angle is measured in degrees. You might have heard like 20 degree, 30 degree, 45 degree and all, isn't it? 180 degree. So the degree is actually how an angle is measured. It's unit of angle. Okay, degree, and is denoted with theta. Remember that. Okay, the angle formed in here can be denoted as, now see, this is very important as well, how to denote an angle. See, this angle can be denoted as BOA, angle BOA or AOB. Now what's the common thing in between here is, see, the vertex has to be written in the middle. See, no matter what your order of writing the other points, but the vertex always has to come in the middle. Okay, for this angle formed here, you can write it as angle BOA and angle AOB, but you cannot write it as angle BAO or angle ABO. No, you cannot write it. See, because the vertex, what did I just say? The vertex is the point where the angle is formed, isn't it? The vertex always has to be in the middle. Okay, so since here the vertex in this two, the vertex is not denoted in the middle, so that means these two are wrong to denote the angle, this angle. Okay, that is formed here. Okay, so the important thing to learn here in this one is how to denote the vertex, which one is vertex, and how the angle is formed. Okay, that is very important out here. Okay, okay, I hope you kids have understood today's lesson. Okay, please, if you have any problems, then you may feel free to ask. Okay, so till then, stay safe and stay tuned in for more updates. And what I want you to do is, please note down all these notes in your note copies as well. And as I've already said, please draw the figures with the pencils, not with the pen. Okay, draw the figure with pencil and denote with pencil. Okay, so stay tuned in for more updates. Till then, bye bye, stay safe.